Hello everyone, it's your Grizz. I'm in the garage. I'm back again, back for some more fun with the BMW build. It's time to put the paint brushes down and time to get some power tools out. And try not to split a vein. Yeah, so today I am going to have a go at making a seat frame for the BMW. Let me show you what I'm going to do. Let's have a look at the bike. Right guys, I hope you can see this. I've got the bike as best I can on an angle in this garage without completely rearranging everything. But I've been playing with this this original seat frame. This was all a big, very big frame, and I've turned these the opposite way around to try and match them all up. I've seen another bike, same bike, and someone else do the same kind of seat frame using the original bars. Now I'm not sure how messy this is going to look when it's done, but I'm going to have a play with it and see if I can make it look half tidy without spending a bunch of money. As you know, money is tight for everyone, and it is for me as well. So I'm trying to do this on a budget. Worst case scenario, I might bodge it for now, make sure that it's safe but functional, and at a later date it might be something I come back to revisit. So it might be that bad, but I'm gonna see. Maybe I can still make a nice job of it. I've got certain things like a little back tube or a little kind of seat tube to go around on the back there, which will kind of make that tubing look much nicer. I've also got some lengths of tubing which I may or may not use. We'll see how that goes. Let me take you over to the other side of the garage because I've had a little progress over here. Let me show you. Right, I've erected a shelving unit here, so I got my compressor and welder here so I can make this more of a usable kind of workspace. The Ducati 916, I am sadly selling it, and also in the process of putting that back to standard, getting it ready to sell. But yeah, getting back to the BMW. I've been playing with this bike quite a lot and trying to decide on the lines of where everything's gonna sit and colour schemes. The old engine is still in there. I want to leave the engine in this frame and just mock up this bike and get everything as I want it, sitting in the right places. Then I want to strip it down and get everything powder coated and back together, and then we can get it into use. But I need to sort out this seat frame. So what my intentions are is to make this bar here support this upper bar. So I'm gonna cut this one. I have seen someone use this bar, as I said, and support it off this point here, which seems quite close to the frame, and I don't know, it might kind of put a lot of weight on the back of this framework when I'm sat on it. So I might see if maybe I can even go to this one just to make it a little bit more, I think, a bit more stronger in general. And that kind of rear seat hoop, it's gone a bit rusty, but I can clean it up. It looks worse on the camera than it actually is, by the way. But this rear seat hoop will, metalwork will sit over the original metalwork, and that's way too far back. So I need to get my angle grinder on this and cut off all these excess bits and clean up the tubing with my angle grinder, and then see if we can get this bad boy fitted on and welded, and weld this bar onto here. Hopefully I can make a safe job of it. Let me show you my welder. Let's have a look at that before I get started. Right, here's my MIG welder. I'm not a MIG welding professional of any way, shape or form, so this could turn into a bit of a mess. It could turn into a laugh for you professional welders out there, or it might turn into an educational video where I actually make a good job of it. But I'm not holding my breath on that. So I'm gonna have a bash, guys. Ideally I would just let a professional do this, but I'm just gonna have a bash at it myself, and let's see if I can make a safe job out of it. If I can't do a safe if I can't make this rear seat frame safe, then I might have to revise what I'm doing. But at the moment, I'm going to have a bash with what I've got and see if I can get the job done. Right, that is enough talking. I'm going to get the angle grinder out, and what is out? I'm going to get it going and start cutting this seat frame, and yeah, let's see what we can make. Right, I didn't prepare for this very well, but I have got these glasses, but I am like virtually useless without these actual my real glasses, for any close-up work. So this is gonna be interesting. What do you think? I'm gonna try and protect myself, but anyway, let's get cutting. I have actually measured this to a point, so yeah, I've got a rough idea what length I want to cut it. This isn't me randomly cutting things, but just to give you a bit more of a close-up of what I'm dealing with here. It's messy. Let's have a go. Right, so that was a bit messy, but I think we're kind of getting there. So yeah, I need to clean up all these little excess bits, get a kind of a grinding head on that angle grinder, and just clean up all these bars should I say. But I want to do a final cut now, so I'm going to cut this tube so that I can sit it underneath this part of the tube and weld it to there. And hopefully that will keep that kind of uniform line going through here. I'm going to paint this black, well, have it powder coated black after flipping cleanup. But anyway, yeah, I think cut it here, sit it underneath this bit of metalwork here, and weld it together so we've got a strong cross section. The other side is a bit more difficult. I'll show you reasons why in a moment. Anyway, let's get this side done. Right, so I've cut that, and is a little bit short of what I want, but at the moment I'm kind of cutting with that in mind, to be leaving myself more material so I can play with it if I need be, if I need to as such. But yeah, if I have it there, then that's too high an angle, then I want it kind of more there-ish. So I need to take a little bit more off and be on that same kind of angle to get a rough idea, and hopefully I'll get there somewhere close to it. About here. Here-ish. Let's grind it down rather than cut it now. So I'm going to grind off that much and see how it looks. Cut off an angle like that. Cut it down, grind it down, not cut it. Still some more to come off. Let's grind some more. Just a little bit more still. Right, I'm quite happy with that angle actually for now. That'll do on that side. This side is a bit more complicated because the bars don't line up. Yeah, I don't know how well this is actually showing on the camera, but they are not on exactly the same angle. And if you look on this frame here, even these fixing points are slightly different, as is the frame. I think it's just made slightly offset, but this bar sits out more on an angle this way, and this one's kind of straighter. Hence these two bars don't line up quite, but I might be able to heat it up maybe and bend it a little. So I'm going to cut it the same height again on this siding, and hopefully enable me to fit that bar, or weld that bar, sorry, onto this bit like I did on there. Hope this camera's focusing for you. Anyway, I'm going to have another cut. Right, that wasn't too bad. I'm going to need to grind down this edge again to bring it so it kind of fits a bit better. But it's not a million miles off actually, but yeah, I need to grind this edge down now to make it fit more so. Right guys, so that is enough for me today. I've got to go and pick Taffy up from work, but I'm kind of happy-ish with that. It's going to take a little bit more jiggery and pokery to get there. Join me on the next one when I get on and put some more work in on this half-assed seat frame. Thanks for watching everyone. I think I might have ruined my lens on my camera with all these shards coming off the metal, but hey ho, hope you've enjoyed. Cheers, bye.